He did nothing. Yeah, you see, you should lean or something. Oh, I need to turn it. Yeah, let me turn it a bit more. I can afford it. Yeah, nice. Okay. So, we have Eli here. We have Arthur.
Hello, привет.
Привет. Nice to meet you.
Добрый вечер. Hello, nice to meet
They know
you.
Ukrainian, they learn Ukrainian, as many Ukrainian supporters, as many of you rollers. We
I
gotta
try.
check if we're indeed live, because this thing is bugged as fuck, and we need to check that. Okay.
I mean, I'm on Twitter. I'm used to talking into a vacuum, so.
Well, I am, always. Yeah, we're on. Nice. Now I just need to open the stream and see the chat. You guys also probably should look into the chat, because there might be some messages that I will miss because I need to follow too many things simultaneously. So I would do that. Nice, it works. So guys, we're in the Coffee Records, as you can see. Sorry for the delay, but as always, we have a term for that. Andreas, one of my moderators and a creative director, made up that term. It is called Rick's time. So Rick is not late; he's on Rick's time.
He's on Rick's time.
Is it a bit like Valve
Everyone
time?
else needs to adjust to that time.
Yeah, it's kind of an asshole, but it's a joke, right? So not that bad. Still.
Oh, and here's the chat.
It's not me who made that up. What do you say?
He was just wondering how to open the chat. Yeah, you can see I'm not used to
If
it.
you like, you can take that mic, and me and Eli will have this one. You can put it on your...
Okay, that works.
Or hold it in your hand, as you wish. Since we are just closer to each other, then we can do it this way. So, guys, what do we do tonight? I would like to hear your stories, only what you want to share. Because, guys, I know that these two guys, they are true supporters of Ukraine. I know that. And I won't tell you why I am convinced in that. Yeah, he's putting a heart reaction in the chat.
We had a few.
Yeah, that is not convenient. What is convenient is that they are here, and they are going to be standing with us until the end, whatever end it's going to be.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I am sure of that. So Eli is doing the raffles on Twitter, and he is a great fan of Aviacja Halachiny brand. It's the one that I have this. Yeah, basically this is Aviacja Halachiny. You all know
so
this
is
one.
this.
So is this?
This.
Well,
The wings are here on the sleeves, and Aviacja Halachiny is also on Arthur.
Yeah,
It's
I have the
Ukrainian
jacket
brand.
version. Super good quality, honestly, incredible quality, and for the price. If you visit Ukraine and you want to get yourself some good quality clothing, go pay them a visit. It's worth it.
They all of their materials are Ukrainian materials, except for a single textile in their polos, and it's all made by Ukrainian hands as well.
Yeah, it's a cool brand. It's from Lviv, and Halachina is basically Lviv region. Not only Lviv, a few oblasts, Ukrainian oblasts, but so with lights it's much better, right?
Mm-hmm. A little brighter, we can see.
I think
Much
so.
brighter. If Arthur somehow can just get closer to us.
Here, can I?
Yeah. Maybe. Wait. There's just a bit back. Yeah. No, not back. I mean like back to the position we were. There we go. Yeah, maybe like this. It should be better now. Okay, guys, so you see,
Looks okay.
ending the setup just now. But yeah, now we're in the light. It looks better. Okay, so I want to ask you also to like the stream. It may attract more people. And what attracts more people is a vertical format. But getting back to the raffles, Eli brought this bag today. This bag. I need to get it closer. So
It's got the logo on the back as well.
There's no light here, so I need to do it like this. So that's, how do you call this? Goggles.
Drone goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Drone goggles.
FPV goggles.
And they have eyes around this. It's not really easy to show it
Here.
properly. Yeah, like this. Yeah, maybe you help me with that. Okay.
I'm just going to be standing by
Yes,
while
much
you struggle.
much better. And it says, what it does, it says, I see you, baby, and baby is crossed out, and it's PDR, which is, the word that we use for Russians. You didn't know that?
Probably,
the
but
Peter one.
Yeah, that's
so
what I figured.
It's that. So that is that are also mortars that are usually being dropped from those. And here's the logo of the brand. I have the one here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it?
Yep, right here.
Nice. And the second lot that Eli prefers to raffle on this stream is this patch of Aviacja Haličiny. It's also just the same as logo as this one, but the black one. You see, it has a lion there. Yeah, now you can see it properly. Wings with a lion inside. All the money will go to our fundraiser, our new fundraiser for. Oh my God! Now we are raising funds for the car, for the 23rd Brigade, for the mortar unit in that brigade, and mortar unit. I asked him if they use any other artillery. They still did not reply. Call sign of the guy who we are helping is piranha. The fish. And I asked him why piranha, and he said, artillery bites a lot like piranhas. So he said that. And we also have a pin. So you can buy tickets already, and you will win. In the end of the stream, we will do the spreadsheet. Eli will do the spreadsheet. I said, dude, I'm so sick of the spreadsheets for the raffles. You're doing it.
I gotta
this
get used
one.
to it anyway, right?
Yeah. So you're doing this one. That's what we're raffling. This bag. Let's put it here so we can see it. So people can see it, right? You see it? Yes, you see it.
There goes the advantage of the vertical format.
What's the advantage? So you can see everything, right? Yeah, you're right. So we put this back on the table so you can see us properly. And what? So what do we have there? 49 people watching, 37 likes. Let's make it 49 likes. I think
Already done.
we should always talk about that. But now we have 50. No, we only have 40,
The more likes,
39.
the more likes a stream gets within its beginning, the more people it's shown to. The more people it's shown to, the more people can donate, participate in the raffle, get some gear for the defenders.
So guys,
do
the
it.
tickets you're gonna buy today during this stream, we will do this small raffle, but all of those tickets will be used also for the patch for the Shkval battalion of the 5th Assault Brigade that I am raffling this week. So it's a double raffle chance, like double chance for you okay, so you participate in 2 raffles with these tickets that you buy today. I'm gonna be putting them into my spreadsheet, and Eli will be putting them into his spreadsheet here on his phone during the stream. This stream is gonna be going for 1 hour and 20 minutes more, and then we'll have to go, but I don't know, that's it.
Short but sweet.
Short but sweet, yeah. Then I will remind people later about that, but for now this topic is covered. So let's begin with whom? With Arthur, probably.
Sure.
Arthur, tell us, when did you discover Ukraine? Was it the beginning of the full-scale invasion or before that? And tell us everything.
My first contact with Ukraine, besides seeing it on the map, was the Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl game in 2007. I became a big fan of this game, but unfortunately I did not learn all that much about Ukraine. I had heard about the Chernobyl catastrophe before, obviously quite an important thing. Did not make me anti-nuclear power though, unlike a lot of people. And after that, I guess it sort of faded out of view. In 2014, I was an apprentice in a company. We had a Ukrainian trainee whose family was from Luhansk Oblast, and they got displaced by the Russian invasion.
When was it? In 2014 or 2015?
2014, 2015, I don't remember. I think it was in 2015 that she arrived in the company, but I was there for 1 year.
So you were working with
Yes,
refugees from Ukraine?
Well, yeah. She was a trainee in the company for a few months where I was an apprentice. The apprenticeship was a bit of a disaster, but it was my first contact with the Ukrainian. I did not dare ask a lot of questions because I could feel there was a lot of trauma and I didn't know exactly how to handle it. But I started paying interest into the war, following with a live UA map back then, and paying some interest. Yeah.
So you're interested in Ukraine since 2014, since then?
I did. The war in Syria paradoxically took my attention away from the war in Ukraine. It got way more media coverage, and I still had not figured out Russia. I come from a French left-wing background. In terms of determinism, it was not going to be good, and I had to climb uphill from a lot of assumptions, so to say. And then after that, I guess late 2021, the signs of the full-scale invasion were starting to appear. I was not sure whether there would be a full-scale invasion. I was doubtful about the scale that it would take, but then in early 2022, when Russians moved their logistical forces near the border on top of the armor, it looked like it was going to be serious. And on my 30th, not far after my 30th birthday, Putin made his speech, watched it before bed, and I understood that all the plans I was making for my life were going to fly out of the window, because this was going to be bad, and this was not going to be just about Ukraine, and like a lot of my compatriots try to tell themselves. So after 2022, I had no social media presence, so I followed passively on Twitter without an account, and then I created one because I thought it would be interesting to push messaging, and I got more and more involved. And 3 years later, nearly 3 years later, I'm still here. I'm committed, and I am actually. We're getting rickrolled. Wow,
Guys, is it a coincidence, I wonder?
Yeah. Well, there you go. If you got recalled, you need to participate in the raffle. It's obligatory. And right now I am actually considering moving to Ukraine, which not something I've said publicly previously, for some projects that could help the country better than I can do from a distance. And that's about the size of it. Could have told it better, but that is my story.
Okay, thank you, Arthur. I will ask you more questions. Chew down shit. That's my song. Never gonna let you cry. Never gonna say goodbye.
Okay, that's embarrassing.
It is a bit, but what the fuck?
Yeah.
We need to be able to have fun during such, trial times, but not just focus on the fun. Do good things. Do help for, provide help for the armed forces of Ukraine. That's the priority. And meanwhile, get some fun. Do some fun. Yeah.
Be pessimistic.
Have some fun.
Prepare for the worst, but do not give up. All
Exactly.
hands are needed on deck.
Exactly.
Whether you are in Ukraine, whether you are outside of Ukraine, there are ways for everyone to help. And small actions can make a large amount of difference. That is definitely something I've learned.
It's worth mentioning, I saw someone in chat, Aviația Halicini does ship internationally. So if you guys are interested in their gear, just go to their website and order something.
Buying this bag.
If you don't win the raffle tonight, it's not your last chance to get any of this.
Yes, but that might decrease the chances to get more money in the raffle.
Yeah, don't tell.
Don't tell them.
They don't ship. You need to come into Ukraine. You need to whatever.
We already have some donations.
Okay.
Let's begin with whom? With Andreas Lech. This shit is going on for much longer than 1K days. The only date that matters now is the end of it. I am in for the raffle. Love you all. So Andreas Lech, 2 tickets. $20 from Andreas Lech.
Thank you.
Yes. Дякую, Andreas. Thank you very
Your
much.
donations matter very much.
Exactly. So next one is $100 from Brian R. So 10 tickets for Brian.
Brian.
5 for Brian and 5 from Brian. And people in the chat, you also have the new task. Put the 5 for Brian. Maybe copy him and put him in there, because then at some point.
Nope.
Okay, he's typing.
I typed it 5 times.
Your name 5 times. Okay, now now we see, guys. Give ++ to the chat to get a free ticket. You see, we have Shirley. You put Shirley, and in the brackets, put from Brian R. Okay? Let's do it this way. I will teach you the way. This is the way. This is the way. We gotta do the.
Not Shirley.
the low voice. After Shirley, there was Martin Bissig.
Based.
Exactly. Martin Bissig from you can copy Brian R later into 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I gotcha. Yeah.
copy paste. Next one is new, one word.
Okay.
New. Next one is Mick Riley.
Got it.
Mick Riley, and after Mick Riley, it was Cheryl Waitley. Cheryl Waitley.
Got it.
Damn,
like
you're
how-
a fast typer.
I like how people use plus.
Plus, yeah. So, guys, sorry, Just Jimmy, but your ticket is not yet used for the free ones. I mean, you're still not getting the ticket, but let's see. Rollers will definitely gift tickets to other rollers. So, raffle number 1000 says photograph. Photograph $20, so 2 tickets for photograph finish with the from Brian R. Yes, and here photograph, but like this. Just a second, he should be here in the chat somewhere. I'll find him. Hey, photograph, put a message in the chat so I would probably properly spell your name there, because it's not just photograph. Okay, leave it like this. Okay. After that, 2 tickets for photograph because it was $20. Okay. After that, we had $20 from Nikki Hill. Raffle tickets, please. 2 of them, yes, 2 tickets. And after that, there was Alvin Archer, $10.
That's a familiar name.
Ticket, please, Rick. My friend, you guys need cake. Well, money will be used not for the cake, but for the equipment for the car. Guys, I remind you that we started a new fundraiser. Yeah, some yellow cake. But I don't know the joke, sorry.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Uranium.
You call it the yellow cake? I didn't know that. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for buying tickets. So we are going to raffle all 3 of these. The bag, the pin, the patch. We're going to do the 3 spins of the wheel. So you can buy more tickets if you want. Guys, for those of you who is wondering how do you donate to get tickets, here's the PayPal at the top, at the very top. Yeah, you're taller than me.
Right here.
You can reach it.
Yeah.
Touching the PayPal.
Yeah, so PayPal is
With
there.
the PayPal's consent.
You can. Okay, Just Jimmy sends $20. Tickets, please, Rick. Just Jimmy. So 2 tickets for Just Jimmy.
I can't get over how someone in the chat say blowing up a Russian tank with an in-low. You would probably need to give the in-low an anti-tank weapon, but it can be a motivation.
Okay, guys. Let me also thank You Know They Exist for $10.22 super chat. There must be some cheesecake or pumpkin pie waiting for these skinny guys. Lots of room on table for show and tell Ukraine desserts. Good for the algorithm. That's a very clever pun. Thank you. You Know They Exist. Thank you for that. And what? And cake. Yeah, we for some reason all 3 of us are skinny. Indeed.
Not enough borscht shit.
Not enough words.
Yeah.
You think, hey, Robert Jonasar, did you see Rick Ashley popping up on the screen? You didn't. It was a donation from Robert Jonasar.
Nice.
So more tickets for him. But
Oh, and
you could check. It was on the base, the Ukrainian analog of Buy Me a Coffee. So I need to go to my browser and check it there.
And screw Olaf Scholz, indeed.
It's
very
what?
much. Someone said screw Scholz. I would say the same. We're on YouTube, so I can't be as vulgar as I would like to be.
Yeah, but why are you talking about Scholz? I don't get the connection.
I don't know. Someone mentioned it in the chat. Screw
Oh
Scholz.
yeah, I guys, the tweet I retweeted today from Informer Palm. You will like it.
If you hate Scholz, donate to the raffle.
Yeah, guys. Make a
If you like Scholz, make a donation
For
to
the
the
raffle.
raffle and then go get your head checked.
Where the hell is it? Okay, the night that we deserved, my friends. Look what he's holding in his hands instead of the sword.
Oh, a phone.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. Look at it. The night that we deserved. Scholz, Schmolz. Yeah.
It's probably
It's like, Raffle Schmaffle, Scholz, Schmolz. Basically, Scholz is already Scholz. It's like Scholz. You know, when you don't need to transform it already.
Yeah.
When Putin, you need to end this war, okay, please. The Chancellor. Let me show it.
It's maybe a bit dark, but I might as well mention that calling Putin is what Russians called one of their favorite torture methods, using a field telephone to apply electrical shocks to prisoners. So the fact that Scholz did that is extremely symbolic in the worst possible way.
Yeah. Scholz is just a very weak leader. I'm not even sure if he's a leader. Maybe he's a manager, because these days we, instead of leaders, usually have managers as our presidents, our prime ministers. Yeah, escalation managers.
Scholz is the only way that Macron can look like he's got somewhat of a strong policy with regards to Ukraine and Western Europe.
Keep up the good work, Rick, and thanks to all who support Ukraine. Slava Ukraini. Heroям slava, Martin
Heroям
Nelson.
slava.
Thank you, my friend. So, guys, I want to also thank Johnny Nedregard for 5 gifted memberships there. Thank you, my friend. It means a lot. So, guys, money from these things, they go only like to my salary fund. So I basically don't donate. Like some channels say, donate this, we will make sure it will go to soldiers, but 30% that YouTube takes, then 5% tax that I need to pay, then a fee to withdraw it. Oh, and YouTube is also taking the tax, the US tax,
Of course, they do.
around 5%. So it's, to be honest, it's impossible to calculate after that how much you need to take for yourself and how much you need to give to the fundraiser. And it's like I first of all, I make it easier for myself. Secondly, I don't think the people who do that, they really calculate everything correctly. They may say they do, but I doubt they do.
Do they have an accountant? Probably not.
Yeah. So
I'm keeping my mouth shut about some things.
yeah, guys. Someday we will talk about those things. But
War profiteers, because it's
Yeah.
not only the Russians who are the enemies. A lot of people, they see the war and they see an opportunity to make themselves rich, and unfortunately there are a lot of them, and social media breeds them, so you all
why-
got to be careful.
rule number 1 on my channel and in my project is transparency.
Transparency.
I tell rollers how much I earn from YouTube and how much I earn from the base. I have a progress bar on my stream showing my salary from the base. And last Wednesday, almost a week ago, I opened the insides of my channel and showed them how much I earn from
Insides.
YouTube.
Sounds like you're ripping open the channel.
Well, the
That's cool.
analytics. I mean the
yeah.
analytics.
I get it.
I've shown that. So I want to be 100% transparent with my audience. I mention every donation. I show the spreadsheet on the screen. People can check everything. So it's important. That's how the trust is built. You need to provide
exactly.
reports. You need to provide ideally checks and documents. I still am not on that level, but I store them in my base. Because when the tax service of Ukraine come to me, I have all the proof that it's legit. It went to the soldiers. Military tickets of the soldiers, I started taking them. So they prove to me that they are real soldiers before I start the fundraiser.
Based.
And that's how it should fucking be.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
we should not blindly donate. I always call to people to check me. They always should check me and check if I'm not lying to them. That's
Verify
important.
so you can trust. Don't just trust hoping that someone else verified instead of you, because
Even if I'm Ukrainian.
collective wisdom.
You know, you gotta check me even if I am Ukrainian, because there are some indecent Ukrainians who will also try to scam you and rob you. Unfortunately,
Yeah, go walk around Maidan and Karashatik and
yeah.
I got offered a Ukrainian Rolex earlier. It was not a Ukrainian Rolex.
It was on the street. Yeah, it was like, it was basically like this. Hey, dude, wanna check my Rolex? And it was a girl.
people will not be running after you in the street to get donations for legitimate causes.
Yeah,
It's the short lesson.
Exactly. So, Rick, you are in the run-in for most honest person of the year. Okay, yeah, I think so. I'm always like there are some things that I may not talk about, but if I talk about something, I will always be honest. Yeah.
Sunlight is the best disinfectant.
Is the best what?
Disinfectant.
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting compliments. Eli, you so cute. Hi from Dima.
I know who that is.
Rick, you are.
I haven't even gotten a
transparent.
single compliment.
Oh yeah,
Come
guys.
on.
We also have this joke. You are so transparent that you are barely visible. You are trusted in my eyes. You know, this is why my channel is so shadow banned. I'm just so transparent that I'm just invisible. So Eli, may I ask you to share your story?
Yeah.
About
Like how I got to know Ukraine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think my first interaction was probably 2015. I saw the Netflix documentary, Winter on
About
Fire.
the revolution.
Yeah, about Maidan.
Yeah.
And, you know, it obviously affected me emotionally. I think I probably teared up during it and stuff. But sadly, like a lot of the world, I sort of went back to sleep, right? Like the scale of what was going on, the impact to me as an American, it wasn't apparent to me at the time, and it really wasn't until the full-scale invasion that I found myself more fully engaging with Ukraine. Mm-hmm. So pretty much day one of the full-scale invasion, because I was already paying attention to politics in general in the U.S. and, you know, would keep up with the news and stuff, I started paying a lot more attention. And maybe 2 weeks into paying attention, I realized that the stuff I would see on Reddit was entirely different than, say, what New York Times or the Wall Street Journal was reporting. Mm-hmm. You know, typically more in depth, more details. Yeah. So I quickly realized I wasn't getting the full story, right? Mm-hmm. And I sought a way to sort of figure out more of the full story, which for me was going straight to the source, which was Ukrainians. Mm-hmm. So I ended up joining 2 different online pen pal websites, basically. Mm-hmm. You know, I signed up saying I wanted to learn Ukrainian. These Ukrainians signed up wanting to learn English. And then, probably March 2022, I probably matched with like 100 different Ukrainians spread out all over the country. And then from there, you just sort of start having conversations, and you know, some of those fall off. Yeah. Some of those, in fact, Lulu, the person who commented me, is a friend from Dnipro. Yeah. So basically, I just started talking to them, and they gave me a lot of points of reference. You know, they explained Russian propaganda to me. They explained...
That's really cool.
Just a lot of details that I was missing. And then from there, they basically started introducing me to Ukrainian memes. But of course, I can't speak Ukrainian, so they would have to translate them to me. So
and teach you some words.
Yeah.
Because I know you know basic Ukrainian, right? Already.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that.
I would say I know random phrases.
Okay.
Class, potuzhno,
neslamno. You know neslamno?
Nope.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
It's another meme word here. Potuzhno and neslamno. The two meme words these days. Zelensky uses them a lot, you know. So we are. Like,
Isn't neslamno also used in a...
The domovlenist, you know, powerful agreement. You know, the potuzhno.
But I love that potuzhno can be used both in the primary sense and ironically, depending on the context and the tone. It's a very beautiful thing.
But every time I try to say potuzhny in Ukrainian, I cringe anyway because fuck. When it's a meme word already. So we have some people who are here. Pranjal, are you still there? Or Pranjal? You asked what is going on here. We are in Ukraine, we're in Kyiv, and we are, raising funds for Ukrainian army. By the way, you gotta open the list because more people send the donations. And you had a message from your friend, probably, yes, who's watching. So, what do we have here? Quite Tired. That's the nickname. That person sent $20. 2 tickets, please, Rick. Quite Tired.
Got him.
Quite Tired. Thank you. And then
Twice
one ticket
based.
for Martin Bissek. One more ticket. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Quite Tired. Thank you, everyone who's sending the donations. Guys, so we're doing the mini raffle during the stream only, and the tickets will be also used for the bigger raffle that is taking a week this week we're raffling a patch of the Shkval Battalion of the 5th Assault Brigade, and what we're raffling today, that's the bag. This bag is from Aviacja Haliciny. It has the night vision, not night vision, first person view goggles here to operate the drones like Baba Yaga, the vampire, Ukrainian vampire. I think they figure out how to connect the DJI goggles to those. And
you have
what
a video
else?
input on them, I think. So.
It says, "I see you, baby," but baby is crossed out, and PDR it is. And that's the abbreviation for the swear word that we Ukrainians are using for Russians. So you have a chance to win this bag. Here's the aviation. Wow. The aviation of Haliciny, what do you call that? Brand, yes. There's also a patch with the same, like the logo of the brand. Here it is. And there's a pin. Also, we will raffle all of this in about 50 minutes. So you have a chance to buy tickets for the next 50 minutes. But we're not only raising funds here. We're talking about the war in Ukraine. We're talking about the supporters of Ukraine and of their perception of the war, I would say, of all of this. And, guys, I think this is already a World War III, and it's officially a World War III when the North Korean troops entered the battlefield. No matter where, is it a Kursk region or, if, and I really hope it won't happen, they will be successful to push out the Ukrainian forces out of Kursk Oblast, they will definitely send those North Koreans to the occupied territories of Ukraine.
Yep.
And it's just a move, like the first move, the first stage to escalate step by step. What Russia is not afraid of is of escalation, Rick Ashley is playing again. I think they've added him to the
mix, because you're here.
the mix.
Take it as a sign of fate that you must donate for the
Not
raffle.
because I'm here, but I don't think those guys know that I'm a Rick Roller, and we are Rick Rollers. But I will ask them.
If you're
it's a
watching the
coincidence.
stream, you are getting rickrolled.
Yeah, you are. Oh, by the way, I forgot about the Robert Janissar. I needed to check the tickets on the base. So, guys, please talk about the World War III.
Okay.
Please continue my thoughts.
You first, or?
Eli?
You can go ahead, Arthur.
Well, TLDR, this is 1939. We're at a crossroads, and the choices we make right now are going to determine the future of human history. If people think this is going to stop at Ukraine, it's time to quit the Delulu and start learning the lessons of history. In 1939, the world had a choice to avoid things like the Holocaust, like the full-scale war that followed, and we thought we could just sit it out in Western Europe, that some other people to the east were going to pay the price. Meanwhile, we could be fine. I'm talking as a French. In France, had the opportunity when Germany was invading Poland to respect its mutual defense treaty with Poland and to invade Germany and fuck them up. History would have taken an extremely different path. We did not. We waited. France got invaded and then was occupied for several years, and we got into a gigantic war. So the choices we make now are extremely important. Unfortunately, a lot of our leaders are chamberlains, if not worse, incapable of taking the right decisions, and
it's just it's just so. Ooh, I don't know how to call it. It's right now. It's the world, free and democratic world that cannot really stand for itself.
Yep.
The leaders of the countries cannot stand for their countries. They cannot make bold decisions, and this fucking restriction that is still not fully lifted, because as some anonymous sources say, it is still only for Kursk Oblast, but tonight there was a strike on the arsenal, on another big Russian arsenal in Bryansk Oblast. So maybe, who knows? Some of the sources say that ATACMS were already used there. Some other sources say they were drones. So we don't know yet if it's the case. But anyway, I just, after all of this shit show and how do you call this, circus for the last
It's a
at
kind
least
word.
1.5 years, how Biden administration is acting, really saving the Russia's ass and not wanting Ukraine to win. After all of this, I tend to believe that restriction is still not fully lifted.
Yep.
So
And I saw on Lachenkov's telegram earlier that France has said the authorization to use Scalp cruise missiles on Russian territory is still subject to negotiations.
Exactly.
Whatever the hell this is supposed to mean.
Another fucking weakness. That's what
Yep.
it's supposed to mean. We have 5 tickets for Robert Jonassar and 5 tickets from Robert Jonassar. Robert Jonassar. Yeah, copy him. Yeah, there should be a lot of copying, yeah. Not coping, though, guys. Coping is not the best way to deal with this war. You gotta be aware of the reality, despite how shitty it may be. You need to try to listen to that and not to copium. And guys, pluses please into the chat for the tickets. We have 5 free tickets from Robert Jonassar on what? On the base.
I see
Thank you,
Shirley is talking about, he's saying, I think Britain would be very happy to let Ukraine do what it wants, but America has stopped it because you use Storm Shadow. To use Storm Shadow, you need American guidance that America owns. If you have not heard about ITAR, go read on about it. This is a leverage that America has over
Still
other
waiting.
countries
Quite
that use
tired.
its components.
Quite
And-
tired.
Unfortunately, ITAR means that France has the only nuclear arsenal in NATO that is not subject to American veto. Just think about it.
Look, next after Lorraine, there's Johnny Nedregard. He says, I never win, LOL, but plus.
You can win.
Maybe this time.
You might.
Then Stefan Nemo, plus. Thank you guys. Thank you for your pluses. Thank you for sending the donations. You know that I am always grateful for that, and that means that we're closing our fundraiser faster. Yes, Stefan Nemo.
Yeah, interesting. It's, I would say, extremely worrying, but like, interesting is a very multiple purpose word, so I like it.
One more plus. I think we have it. Stefan Bear. Guys, Stefan Bear is from the States, from California. He is a volunteer. He comes to Ukraine regularly, and you know what? He decided to join the armed forces.
Wow.
Stefan is...
Giant respect,
Stefan,
Stefan.
how old are you? Around 30, right? Something like 28 or 27? But I don't think you're over 30. And he decided that for him it's not enough to volunteer. He needs to do that. Well, you have my deepest respect, my friend.
Yeah, I
we
hope
know
you're
each
hooked
other.
up with all the
He was
equipment
one
that
of the
you need.
first... He was one of the first guests to stream from this place.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Honored to share the room
Yeah.
that you were once in.
Yeah.
The world can be depressing, and then you run into people who could live in the safety of a foreign land, and they decide to abandon everything to come fight for Ukraine. And it's people like that who might manage to save this situation somehow.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Thank you for taking, the personal responsibility for the victory in World War III.
It's historical responsibility. When our countries are failing their responsibilities, it should be a motivation for individuals. Not everyone can join the armed forces, but we can all help in our own ways. We all have skills that can be useful for Ukraine, be that from your country or here as volunteers. And the ultimate stage, obviously, is joining the armed forces if you have the physique and the skills and the mental strength for it.
Yep, I agree.
And it's very inspiring to Ukrainians when people make that kind of commitment from
It is, you're
my
right.
experience.
It is inspiring for me, and I also feel ashamed a bit that I am not serving, and someone has to serve for me, someone from the States or from Europe or from South Africa. We have a lot of volunteers from South
raising
Africa.
a lot of funds for
I know. At least I found this purpose, but it doesn't let... the shame goes away in the end, but still, I feel it. I can get rid of it by rationalizing all of that, saying that I'm still doing a good job, but still.
Your skill is communication, and you're using it to raise awareness, and awareness determines
I do.
how people vote. I think it is very important.
And I think that's something that English speakers in general can be doing more of is for lack of a better term, word of mouth advertising for Ukraine's causes. So, you all have friends and family who know kind of what's going on, but they don't pay attention like you do. And your perspective can act as a sort of bridge between what Ukrainians want to be out there in the media and what's not being out there. And we sort of, in some ways, have to circumvent these, media outlets that aren't telling the real story. I mean, it's this simple for me. Not a single media outlet has said the word genocide this whole time. And I find that ridiculous,
Because if you admit there is a genocide, then there is a commitment to act. That's why there is such a...
Yeah, exactly. And, because the thing is, a lot of Ukrainians don't help the army. A lot of Ukrainians not just don't serve, they are indifferent and they are just living their lives. Some of them are draft dodging by bribing the services. Some of them are not, and just not paying attention until they're grabbed somewhere on the street. By the way, I can also be grabbed on the street by the draft board, and that's kind of not okay, but okay on the other hand, because we need men to serve. And I am kind of postponing my service by the point when I will have no other choice. It's just I was never like a brave or courageous person. I was not a big coward, but something in the middle, and I was never willing to, and I was actually raised as a person who was constantly taught to be cautious and careful. When I was going out of the home, when I lived with my parents, my mother always told me, be careful. That was like a mantra, She was always telling me to be careful. So I'm a very careful person. And I really don't want to lose my health or my life on the battlefield. I know that in the end, for you probably gotta make the sacrifice for your country, that sacrifice for your country, because, like it is happening right now, Russia is winning this war, and it is advancing and occupying more and more territory. And there might be a point for me where it's like, I do that or I just give up. So,
the alternative,
I won't ever give up.
Yeah,
and won't be tortured to death or just shot in the back of the head by Russians. I will go and defend my country, but it's all the excuses. It sounds like a fucking excuse all the time for me. So that shame won't ever go away, because I will always feel like I'm just given an excuse to not do the ultimate sacrifice. That's the biggest sacrifice you can make for your country. Go and serve for your country.
Yeah.
I agree, but I think from a logical standpoint, I'm not a soldier. I probably wouldn't do very well on a battlefield. But for the sake of the argument, let's say I raised $50,000 for the ZSU. Like, where's that balance, And I don't think there's shame in using the skills that you have personally to contribute. I do agree in the end, when push comes to shove, especially with Russia making the advances they're making, I think that's a sacrifice that many Ukrainians will end up making, sadly. This is also why I think drone technology is so important. I think it's a means to, remove the soldier as much as possible from some of these situations. You still need infantrymen. You still need people to take positions. You can't take
hold position.
Yes, you can't hold a position with a drone.
You cannot hold in time, I think we will get to a point where we will be holding the positions with the drones too. Because we have
ground turrets.
In some areas of the front, Stodnenko reported that some of the units he was in contact with reported that 95% of the hits on Russians were done by FPV, which is mostly fundraised for, which is insane. And that's why drone technology is really like, if you have any sort of technical skills that can be applied to it, programming, electronics, aeronautical skills, drones is something you want to look into.
The biggest problem with the drones and totally making the battlefield a drone kind of a battlefield is resources. And we need resources of US to be able to transform...
To scale it.
Yeah, to scale it. To
Which is-
transform the whole battlefield into the drone battlefield.
That's why it was actually a good news recently that the United States announced. I don't know if it will actually be made because between announcements and what's actually done, there can be a big gap. But $800 million investment into Ukrainian drone businesses was announced, and that is actually huge. For the price of a few Patriot missiles, you can invest into interceptor drones that can take out. They cannot take out cruise missiles or ballistic missiles or Kinjal, but they can take out Shaheds. They can take out the observation drones, which are used by the Russians to make their missiles more effective. It's really an area that can never have enough investment.
And I also think it's important that democratic countries start making serious investments in drone technology. I mean, if you look,
Yes.
the number one manufacturer of drones is China. The
Yep.
number one consumer manufacturer is China with DJI. They're getting tons and tons of telemetry and data and everything they could possibly want for researching how to use these drones in the future for war. And we're just kind of sitting on our hands right now.
You know, the main enemy of the U.S. is currently outpacing the U.S. by the usage and production of drones.
Yeah.
I've read some news about U.S. actually, developing drone technology and switching to the drones and learning teaching their pilots, creating the pilots out of their maybe infantry or I don't know.
And teaching how to deal with drones also.
Yeah,
I know that the French army is already doing asymmetrical training where the opposing force uses drones, at least for observation. About strike, I don't know, but this is something that all the armies in the world need to be training about, because if you don't integrate drones into your picture of warfare, anything armored, like any... It's really a game-changing technology in terms of warfare. China is learning extremely fast, and they're benefiting from all developments that are made, be that in Ukraine, in Russia, or elsewhere.
Hey Haji, how you doing? So we gotta talk more to the chat since we have only 40 minutes to finish the stream, to do the raffle also. So a lot of work, and I need to see. No more donations after that. So guys, I wanna probably make a last call for donations and show you the bag that we are currently raffling. Let's go and do it together.
Sure.
So let's begin with the bag, guys. So that's the first raffle item, the biggest one. I think we'll raffle it the first, and it's actually the goggles that are used in Ukraine right now. They could be DJI, but they are different. And you see the eyes, like of the cat or the dragon or whatever. There's a plus inside the eye here, and it says "I see you, baby," but baby is crossed out, and there's PDR here, which is a swear word for Russians that we use here. And on the other side, you see Aviatsiya Halichiny, so I will send it to one of you, hopefully this week, maybe next one. I will see how much time I will have. Cool bag, good quality. Now, the second item is this amazing patch, Aviatsiya Halichiny. Yes, it's on Velcro. Here you can just stick it somewhere on the Velcro. It's their logo. And the third one is the pin, so we'll raffle all three of them in just about 20 minutes. That is also a logo. It's a metal one. It's also black. It's also black. It has a lion inside, just like this one. You see, there's a lion there. So yeah, these three items could be won by you in 20 minutes if you send more tickets. Or maybe if you won't send, we already have some tickets, so definitely we'll win something.
It's also worth mentioning that all of these items are handcrafted in Ukraine with Ukrainian materials, so...
This one is not already handcrafted.
Well, fair enough. What I'm saying is my understanding is they manufacture everything here, and the only thing they actually import in their materials is a single textile for their polo shirts that Ukraine doesn't produce here, obviously.
But even the materials are made here in Ukraine.
Yeah, and I think that's a doubling and tripling effect, right? Because it's you're not just supporting a brand, but you're supporting the people who the brand employ, who are also Ukrainians. You know, there's a cyclical effect in terms of putting money back into the economy here.
Exactly. Eli bought these things So he invested into this fundraiser. Thank you, Eli. Thank you very much.
Nemazastro.
Nemazasho is... how do you translate that?
It's nothing. No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, something like that. Because it's like, no need to thank me. Nemazasho. Yeah. Nemazasho, it's like, damn, the exact translation will be nothing for. Nothing to thank me for. But nothing for, just nothing for, without to thank me. So yeah, but that's that. Free the Azov. Yeah, guys, I thought that we need to put that on the stream because Azov is in captivity for 2.5 years now. And not only Azov, guys, airborne, Marines, airborne. If Azov is being exchanged, time to time, airborne hasn't been exchanged at all, and that's a big issue. And you cannot imagine how the families are suffering, how it is hard for them, and it's just
free Chernobyl defenders, free Azovstal and Mariupol defenders. The more valuable Russians think that prisoners are, the harder it is to get them exchanged. And
guys, have you visited the Free Azov rallies either here in Kiev or in Lviv?
I have not.
I haven't yet, no.
Damn it, you missed one on Sunday. But next time you're in Ukraine, definitely visit them. They're usually on Sundays. I go there and I do the streams from there. And yeah, those of you who is watching and who is wondering what that is, you can go and watch the recording on the channel, on my channel here. And you can also do what? You can also come on Sunday to that stream. Right now they are at noon Ukrainian time, so to approximately tell you what time is it, it's like 8 hours before this time, but on Sunday. Big shout out to Rick's amazing team. Mods, you are all amazing, and thanks for all you do. Love you all. Yes, guys, thank you so much for all your tireless work. We don't have many trolls tonight because this one is not getting viral, but that's okay.
I have not actually seen trolls, which is pretty good by YouTube stream standards for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Marino, shout out to the mods. Also to the new mods. Marino was the mod here, but now he's a bit busy with studying, and he cannot be here as much as he wants. So he said, please make me a regular roller again, because I just don't have enough time, and I don't want to let you down, guys. Just, to be a mod, just to be a mod, not working as a mod. So he said, I will be back when I have less, studying. But for now, I am not a mod. So huge shout out to you, Marino. Thank you for the work that you've been doing for this community and for these streams. No more donations, guys. Why? I wonder. So maybe a few more donations in the last 14 minutes of the time before the raffle. So
there are still quite a few slots in the raffle. It's quite a high chance to win.
Yeah, high chance to win. So yeah, maybe you should not send more donations to get a higher chance to win.
And I haven't seen the stats of the channel, but most of the time people forget to subscribe to the channel. So don't forget to subscribe. It really helps.
Thank you. But mostly those who come to these streams and they know what is going on here, they are already subscribed. We have a solid community here, but those of you who's joining and wondering what the hell is going on here, we're in Ukraine. We're talking about the war in Ukraine. We're talking about the politics. We're talking about the weak leaders of the West who cannot really give a proper answer to the tyrannies, the Russian tyranny, the Chinese tyranny, the tyranny of North Korea and Iran. And many others. They are just weak and not, standing up to the bully and not really doing enough to help Ukraine to win. They want Ukraine not to lose, and they are not even successful in that at the moment.
They want to return to the status quo of before 24th of February 2022, which it's not going to happen, guys. The world has moved into another era.
Call Putin again and call Putin again and do some sex talk with him, like Scholz and Macron, maybe also
Frau Ribbentrop.
Oh yeah.
Not going to express my wishes for Scholz, otherwise the stream will get banned or something.
Okay, we have one more ticket. Elvin Archer, another ticket, please, Rick. Thank you very much. It's a great stream today. I agree, guys. You're awesome interlocutors. I really would love to sit at least for 3 hours and talk with you here.
Yeah.
We would have got more donations than I am sure, but not only because of that.
Yeah, I think something that's worth mentioning is just the Russian mentality in general and how the West doesn't fully understand it. I view them as a bully on the playground. You know, they get up in your face, they start pushing you around. Where's your lunch money? Give me your lunch money. And if you cower and you back down, they just keep going. Tomorrow they'll ask you for double your lunch money. But if you actually punch them in the face, they stop. They get the message. They only respect strength. And I think it's what's missing from our Western leadership right now. They're all so afraid of losing their elections, losing their power within democratic society, that they just want to hem and haw. But in reality, the longer we let this go on, the worse it's going to be for all of our nations when we finally do wake up.
Yep.
The more you run away from the kind of imaginary World War III and nuclear war, the closer you get to the possibility of a real one. And we are arguably already in World War III. What's going to happen next is going to determine how things go, but we've already got the direct involvement of several foreign powers. The battlefield is just in Ukraine now, but if you look at what Russia is testing on other Eastern European countries, Baltic countries, you know they're not going to stop at this.
Yes.
You know. If Russia takes over Ukraine, you know, God forbid, you know that Ukrainians and Ukrainian experience and Ukrainian resources and the economy will be turned against other adversaries. Russia has really fucked itself. Even from a selfish point of view, it was a terrible decision for Russia in 2014 to invade, because the whole Western world was just eating in the palm of their hands. They were already acting like a terrorist state. Everyone wanted to talk with them. We were willing to sell them weaponry, sell them tools to make more weaponry, help them to make new nuclear weapons. They alienated that, and since 2022 has been a disaster. Their demography is fucked, their economy is fucked. Now Russia has only one way, it's forward into the war economy. It's only there that they can keep themselves together, and they will not settle for anything but very significant concessions. Stop hoping for a deal to be made with Russia, because even if all the filmsy Chamberlains of the world want a deal to be made with Russia, Russia is not going to take any deal that is not completely advantageous for them and gives them a foothold to be able to push further. We are really into a World War territory. There needs to be a strong direct engagement by other countries, and stop thinking that Russia is going to employ nukes. They have all the incentives not to do so. We could have a carrier air wing take off and destroy Russian targets in Ukraine. They would not nuke.
I think at some point, if world continues to be so weak, they will use a nuke, and they will get away with it. No one will do shit, because the
big unknown is China.
Escalate, and they're just like, and what the fuck will you do? I can't even use the nuke at some point.
Keep an eye on for any changes in China's nuclear policy. China has already multiplied by 2 or 3 the number of nukes that they have in their arsenal over the last few years. And if you see China moving away from the no first use policy, you know that it's a signal that Russia will listen to. Fortunately, nukes are pretty useless on the Ukrainian battlefield, because due to Russia's overwhelming standoff strike power, everything is quite dispersed already. They have no tactical use for their nukes on the battlefield.
I think they could have struck Kyiv with nuke. That's going to be a huge...
It would create an opposite reaction. It's all a calculus for them.
Yeah, but they usually do stuff that... as for the nukes, let's not speculate. What the fuck?
It's complicated. But
Maxim Maximovich, thank you very much for 10 bucks subscription on YouTube. Thank you very much. If you would like to support me long term, and for me to get less, to pay less commission, to YouTube I pay 30%, but there's a Ukrainian platform called Base. I pay only 3% there, 10 times less commission on that platform, on the Ukrainian one, than on YouTube. So you can go there, it's in the description of this stream. It's called Become a Member on my Base. Follow the link. It begins with $3, then you can do 10, 25, and so on, and up to even 300. I have a $300 subscriber on my channel. 3 of them. First one is First ones were Holy Oblation and Silver Earth. They are a couple, well, not a couple, they are married. They're husband and wife from, I forgot, Texas. I know the state. They are from Texas. They are huge supporters of my work. They both, as a family, subscribed for $300 per month on my Donatello. It's another service, just like the base, but a bit. I would say I like the base more. But anyway, base just doesn't work for them, so they subscribe to that one. I give other options because a lot of American banks, they just don't want to work with Ukrainian banks, and some platforms are using the systems like Way for Pay. For example, Donatello uses that one. That one allows them to subscribe, and those banks work with those systems, but the second one, so that couple, and the second subscriber for $300 is Fred Thornbury. Huge shout out for him. He's been a savior for Stomal Animal Shelter. He donated last month and this month together more than $8,000 to them.
Wow.
And he also donates hundreds of dollars every week for my fundraising campaigns for the army. He also supports me with $300. He supports Aziza with he subscribed to her base for 10 if I'm not mistaken, 1,000 hryvnias, so it's $250. And also to Lena from Crimea's platform for
She's awesome as
5,000
well.
hryvnias. It's over $100. So
Amazing supporter.
huge supporter, not just for Ukraine and Ukrainian army, but also for Ukrainian creators like me and Lena from Crimea and Aziza from Crimea. Thank you, man, and everyone who is a subscriber to us, to all three of us. You guys really give us the chance to do the work that we love and to, actually not having a need to work somewhere that we don't want to work, for someone, for some company, for some corporation. I had a lot of experience working for both big corporations and small companies, and I was treated mostly like shit. And thanks to you, I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to be treated like shit. I am now treated decently by you guys. You're paying me the salary, and it's enough for me to be able to afford some new equipment, for me to be able to sustain the health of mine and of my loved ones. I can support my family and also my parents. I started to support my parents finally. They've waited for that for a pretty long time, But right now, I'm helping them with some gadgets. For example, my dad needs a new phone because his old one that is older than 6 years. It is dying, and I'm saying, okay, Dad, I can help you with a few $100 for that one. Let's split it 50-50 or something like that. So I am capable of doing that, and that's a fucking relief, to be able to earn enough to support your loved ones. I haven't had that in my life until last year, basically. I only started earning enough to do that in the beginning of this year, 2024. So it is, my life changed a lot this year.
Should we maybe think about doing the raffle?
Yeah, we should do that. I started talking about myself again. I love that.
Cass is asking what day is it? It's the day to donate, to participate in the raffle.
Oh yeah,
and to support Ukraine.
Guys,
every day.
Besides the raffle for the week, for the patch, we also raffle in. Yeah, Cass has the opportunity to donate. Guys, you have 3 minutes to donate. So $10 for a ticket. As always, we are raffling. Let's go show it. Show it again. We're raffling this bag, awesome bag from Aviacja Halachiny, the Ukrainian brand, which is the aviation of Halachina. Just like this sweatshirt, guys. I remember the story of this chief poking fire. So this bag is showing you the goggles of the Ukrainian drones. They use the first-person view goggles, and it says, "I see you." Baby is crossed out, and there's PDR there, which is short of the swear word for the Russians, you know. On this side, you've seen that. So the second item, we're gonna raffle it in just 2 minutes. The second item is this patch. It's the logo of Aviacja Halyczyny. Here it is, just like this one. And there's a pin with the same logo here. We'll raffle all 3 of them. For now, you have a huge chance to win it because we have only like, how many tickets being bought? 34?
33, something like that, yeah.
G'day, Lauren, mate.
What?
Lauren, probably from Australia, wrote upside down, "G'day, folks down under." So I suppose it's from Australia, so I say, "G'day, mate," in my best imitation of an Australian accent.
Hey, your Australian accent is pretty cool, Arthur.
I had
So,
some
guys,
good training.
we are raffling this in just 1 minute. No, okay, let's do it in two because Cass still need. Oh, Cass just sent $10. Can
Nice.
only afford 1 ticket today. No problem, Katie. Thank you very much. Oh no, not Katie. Kathy. Kathy S. We don't say the full name, so it should be S. Yeah, that's some people don't like that, so we need to just say the first letter of the first name. But we can also use the nickname Cass there. So Cass was asking. I could get a tablet or phone or laptop for a unit that needs it. I would need to know what makes his best for any unit that would want. I know Yana was needing tablets for drone units. Yeah, you gotta contact Yana. It's easy to contact her, I guess. Yana is easy to reach. Okay, guys. Guys. What kind of accent was that? I don't know. But anyway.
We get this?
Yeah, it was Alvin Archer. I know the nickname and the name. So guys, yeah, I think we are not accepting more tickets. Let me check the base. Maybe I missed something there. Maybe someone was rickrolling us again and I just missed it. Let's see. And update. No, no more tickets. Okay, guys, so we're doing the raffle. Let's go to Eli. I think you should do that. Go to the 34 tickets. We have 34 tickets. Okay, the wheel of random numbers, something like that. Can you Google that? Because I use one of the websites that is.
You can just do on Google RNG and a number, and it will give you a number.
Yeah, but this one, picker wheel, it gives you the opportunity to
do a visual, yes.
do a visual of that. Yeah, so the number range is 1 to 34. Yes.
From rule 1 to rule 34.
Go up. That's all you need to do. You can go, or I can go with the phone there. Yeah, you should do it since you're.
We have 3 spins, right?
Yep, I think we have 3 spins. So first one is going to be for the bag. Let's do it, guys. And we're rolling. Look at this. And the winner of the bag is number, oh my god, 1, really? Or 34? Oh my god, it's it's 34.
Can't make this up.
Did you see it? It's crazy. Number 34. It's Katie. Kathy, you just won the bag. Oh my god.
See, it's never too late to participate in the raffle.
Exactly. You won this bag. Look, it's in the ice in the dark. It was pretty cool. Did you see it? Can you take the light off? Look. it looks pretty cool. So, Kathy, congrats. And so, we do the second spin for what? For the patch, right?
Yeah, this one's.
Let me show the patch. Yeah, so we're gonna do it like that. Just a second. Let's spin it. Spin it.
All right.
Let's go. This patch, the spin. Get it closer. I'll hold it like this. And the winner is number. Come on, 25. Number 25. Nice. Who is that? Robert Jonasar. You're winning this patch. That's really cool. I'm
Congratulations.
happy for you. Congrats. Who is winning the pin? This one. We are spinning the wheel the third time. Let me press it, right?
I could probably
Let's
help
spin
you.
it. So this pin is going to. Come on, who's that? Who's that? Number 2 this time? Or number 1? Number 2. Number 2 is the winner, and let's see who is that. It's Andres. Andres, you're winning the pin of the Aviacja Hallucini. Thank you, Eli. High five. Okay, let's go. And that was pretty fast. We're making a good team.
Helps have assistance.
I think so. I'm not exactly a camera person, so.
So guys, so congrats to Kathy for winning the bag. Congrats to who was that? Robert Jonasar. The patch is yours, and congrats to Andres Lech. The pin is yours.
And keep in mind that the brand does ship internationally, so if you didn't win and you want one of these, you can go buy it and get it delivered directly to you.
That's the main advocator for Aviacja Hallucini. They should start paying him.
He's a marketing super spreader. If you're a Ukrainian brand and he buys something off of you that he likes, he's gonna create 10, 20 more customers out of it.
I've already sent like 2 people the links to the tattoo artist that I had.
Nice.
And I can say that Aviacja Hallucini does some really, really good stuff. The
really good
quality,
quality.
it's you can really feel it. The quality is excellent.
We're all wearing this tonight. We're all holding this today, and it's just like, yeah, that's a great brand. Guys, what I forgot to tell you, in the description of this stream, the first link is the link to Aziza's stream. She's doing I think it's the, how do you call it? The repetition, do you know that word? Repetitia?
Yeah, I mean,
It's like when you're preparing for something and you kind of do the
Rehearsal?
rehearsal. Yeah, I think.
Okay, let
Like
me-
before the actual performance?
Yeah, you.
In
kinda
French,
train.
it would be répétition, so it's very close to Ukrainian.
Okay, rehearsal in English. Let me just give me a second from French to English, and it should be rehearsal like that. Repetition. Yes, rehearsal. So she's gonna be doing the dance rehearsal tonight with She's in Tunisia right now, and she's gonna be doing the performance, and she's gonna be doing the. She's going to be doing that. She's going to be streaming that. So check her stream. It's going to be 10 p.m. in just 2 hours, guys. She's going to be doing that. So please go and join Aziza there. I will try to jump to the stream at some point. Aziza is actually messaging me right now. Let me see what she is telling me there. Не можу знайти те, що ти казав, як доєднатися для вас. So I will... Aziza, I asked Aziza to join our... damn it, how you call that? Kathy sends $30. Okay, now I feel bad I only donated 10. Here is some more. Hopefully it covers shipping.
Wow.
Thank you, yeah. For the shipping, Okay, it feels like I will need to ship all of this, right?
Probably, yeah.
Since you're...
Sorry.
But I'm wondering, maybe you take it with you and ship it from US. Is it going to be easy for you?
It probably would be, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. The bag goes to Kathy. Kathy, you're from US, right? So I think Eli can take the bag with him and send it to you there. But by the way, what state you're in? Maybe
Ohio.
Eli is in Ohio, but I was asking Kathy because I know what state you're from. But anyway, you needed to say it out loud. To what? For people to know that. That's fine. New York State. Yeah. So yeah, please do that with the bag. Next one. Robert Jonasar. Robert, what state you're from? No, wait, are you from US at all? I'm not sure. Robert, can you remind me? And Robert was saying, wow, never won anything before.
Wow, there we go.
That's your first time. Nice. I'm really happy for you, my friend. And Andreas is in Germany, so I will be sending the pin to him, either sending it or waiting for him to come in summer here, and I will give it to him in person. So we'll see.
Cascade, New York Oblast.
Link to the store.
I'll get it. I can
Send
manage
it
that
to
part.
me.
Yeah.
Send it to me because you won't be able to send it to the chat because
It's a
only
link.
mods can do it.
Sure.
Filters.
You got it. Stream chat.
Yeah. Just being distracted a bit. I will send the link in a second, guys. I'm almost there. This phone is also 5 years old. I need to
think
buy
they
a new one.
I think they need to give me like an affiliate code just so that we can track how much,
Yeah,
how many people buy shit after hearing about it.
it would be cool. Rick, I can fetch the pin from you, Rick.
I think you're not far from being able to negotiate an affiliate link at this point.
Exactly. There's guys. There's a link, but the links that don't work here. You need only to copy it from the PC because you're gonna do it like shit. I kind of retract my message, so I need to do it again. Yes, it was an accident. Here's the link
Shamer
once
moment.
again. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have here? Robert told us UK. So Robert is in UK, so I'm probably sending that one myself. Okay, Robert, I'm sending you the patch. I'm giving the pin, so you need to send only the bag. Should I give you money for the shipping?
No, I'll take care of it.
Okay, so I will just donate your $30, Kathy, and you also have 3 tickets for the patch with this one. Guys, all the tickets that you bought today for these items will also be put in my spreadsheet, and I will use it for the patch raffle for this week. I remind you that the patch is Zajczyki, is the bunnies of the Shkval battalion of the 5th Assault Brigade. They are former prisoners. By the way, guys, did I tell you that? That battalion was formed of the people who were doing the time before, but by the time they joined the army, they were already what do you say? They were already. Thank you for sending me the list. They were already free. Like they've done their sentence, and there was an offer from the government for people to join that battalion. If they, the problem is, even in Ukraine, I think we still have the problem where it's hard to find work when you did the time. But it's much better than in Russia. In Russia, they basically exclude you from the society, so the only thing you can do is continue criminal activities.
Yeah, and they've dragged into their military complete psychopaths who have been acting like psychopaths on the battlefield, and for some of them they went back to Russia, and the first thing they did was to resume a crime spree and go back to prison.
Yeah.
And you know that some of them will be sent back to Ukraine after because they don't care who they send.
Yep. Robert John, sir, I think I've been sending you a package already. Been sending? No, I did send a package to you. I think that's a more appropriate way to say it. I did it once. So I have your address, so no problem with that. I don't think you need to give me anything anymore. So 4 tickets for Kathy. I think we finished with this part, and we can just start finishing the stream. Sure. We have the last 9 minutes, and oh my god, will I finish the stream in time for once? I am surprised. I'm just like, wow.
Next time you'll start it on time and finish it on time, right?
Yeah, but
One day.
I refuse to believe that our presence is the thing that allows you to finish it on time.
Anyway, it's getting much faster than usually. I did not delay the raffle. We did it so quickly, like in 1 minute we raffled all 3 items.
That was pretty efficient.
You're actually giving the good influence on me, to me.
Hey, what do you know?
How to say it correctly.
Ukraine does some things to everyone who visits it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Rig time. That's the emoji for rig time. We even have that emoji.
You overclock.
Yeah. And Andreas Lech is the one who is doing those emojis. As I told you, he's a director of visuals and creativity on our channel. In Russian, someone is saying hello from America. Who are you, stranger? A furious redeem. Are you a Russian or Ukrainian speaking Russian? Because a lot of Ukrainians speak Russian, and there's a problem for many people on the West to identify if it's Ukrainian. Because if you hear the Russian speech, you assume right away that it's Russian, and you want to shoot to that direction, and it may appear that those are Ukrainians, and even those Ukrainians who support the armed forces, because a lot of soldiers and officers in the armed forces still speak Russian.
Yeah.
And even Syrsky doesn't know the proper Ukrainian. His accent is bad, guys. If you ever heard him, speaking, I don't know if you're able to recognize the Russian accent in Ukrainian. As a guy from US and a guy from France,
Not quite.
Yeah, not really. I wouldn't say I do it reliably.
Not reliably, yeah.
but I can. So
But I can
do
recognize
that.
when it's surjik, when it's full of Russian words like
Yeah,
people
but
say da and хорошо.
He's
and
not doing surjik. He's. I think it's more or less proper words, but it's like a lot of accent. It's like bad Russian accent in Ukrainian.
But don't bother people in the armed forces for speaking Russian, because from their service, like, it's the best way you can prove that you're doing something for the country.
Exactly. This
It's
is
it's a little more depressing when you see families teaching their kids to speak Russian in Kiev, but well, it's not for us as foreigners to judge.
Yeah, you're right. But for me, it is. I judge those who raise their kids here in Kyiv in Russian. For what fucking reason, dudes?
Лагідна українізація.
Лагідна українізація. Exactly. Nice. So you see, guys, he knows some Ukrainian already, but just some phrases.
Just some
Not-
phrases. I still
not
take
even-
lessons every week, though.
That's really cool. Balakun, right?
Balakun, yes.
I learn
There's
from
a Balakan
songs
student.
and memes.
Songs.
Well, actually,
Songs and memes is how I familiarize myself with Ukrainian.
it's not through Balakun, but that's how I know my teachers through Balakun. If that
Okay,
makes sense.
so it's kind of a side.
Yeah, she's
side
a
job.
private Ukrainian teacher for foreigners, and obviously I would rather pay her than not pay her. So
Yeah.
it helps her out. So.
Yeah, that's really cool. Really good way to do it. But Balakun, guys, huge shout out to Balakun. If you want to learn Ukrainian and also teach Ukrainians English, and I think that's their primarily goal.
Yes.
Primary goal.
Primarily, you would
Primarily
volunteer to use your knowledge of English to help Ukrainians improve theirs, and don't think that it's like that you need to learn how to be a teacher and how to teach the alphabet. No. It's literally just casual conversation with a Ukrainian over video chat. I just met my mentee from Poltava here in Kyiv yesterday. We had been talking for about a year, but they match you with someone who has similar interests to you, so it becomes really easy to converse back and forth, and it's really up to the two of you to decide your schedule, permitting, things like this. My tattoo artist yesterday was sort of self-conscious of her own English, so I gave them the link and said, please join if you're, because I'm going to be sending more foreign clients to you, and if you're self-conscious, there's a way to improve.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. David F. There are also AI native speakers now.
What?
Yeah. I don't experience delay on here, says Jenny Johnson. What are you talking about, Jenny? And hello to you. Jenny is a roller. Engine also connects English speakers with Ukrainians with Engine, yeah. With wanting to learn English. Exactly, yeah. That's the second tool. Not tool, but the project. I would call the project. Guys, for the Balakun, Google them. I think you will easily find their
Balakun.org.
website.
If I can say a little thing about English speaking, most Ukrainians I have met say, "Oh, forgive me, my English is absolutely terrible," and then proceed to speak a better English than French people who are like CEOs working in an English-speaking environment. A lot of Ukrainians are self-conscious about the accent, forgetting that if you go to the north of England or the south of the United States, a lot of people are going to need subtitles anyway. Most Ukrainians that are on Balakun do not need formal lessons like a teacher would do. They need someone to practice with in a non-judgmental situation where they can be gently corrected.
Yes.
And they can ask questions. So
it's not always about language either. There's a lot of culture sharing going on too. They have a lot of questions about how things are in the United States, things like this that, you, at least me as someone who lives in America, like, I give them a much better perspective than trying to just watch the news and get that perspective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So guys, I want to thank Mr. Kaplan for gifting 50 memberships.
Wow.
But the problem is they're not being given to anyone, you see? So he's going to be refunded. Shit, I hate that bug. So
What the hell?
YouTube needs to give the messages. A membership was given to that person and that person by Mr. Kaplan. and it's not doing that. It's just
Bugs
sometimes
on
it
YouTube,
sucks.
neimowierno.
Oh yeah, who could have guessed? But they are very bugged. YouTube is a very bugged app, guys, and it's just terrible. Thank you, Mr. Kaplan, though. Thank you. You know, when you're gonna be refunded, you can gift it one more time on the next stream, so no problem here.
Who
Dr.
just
Tusa does.
unliked the video? There were 111 likes and it just
Who the
went
fuck?
down to
2 people
110.
unliked it.
Yeah. The hell?
Russian bots trying to drag it down in the algorithm.
Maybe.
Duncan Stewart says bled. Yeah, that's a total bled. Mr. Kaplan, thank you so much. Mr. Kaplan is from Finland, supporting my fundraisers a lot. He donates 1 or 2 times per month, $1,000. So sometimes it's 2 times. So $2,000 per month. Huge. Thank you, Mr.
Almost
Kaplan.
an entire Mavic.
Advocacy,
Exactly.
advocacy is very important in Finland. I was pretty shocked. I mean, we both have a very good Finnish friend, and we were pretty shocked to see how a lot of people in Finland are in a mindset where they're trying to cope and like it's
Really?
yeah. It's
Ethnics in Finland?
Vatniks or people who are just
Tuned
thinking,
out.
oh, we can just sit this one out. You just need to understand the Russians, let them come here. It's just a Putin problem. It's very important, and also Finnish
Shit, I didn't
Finnish
know
media.
that.
It's the fault of Finnish media. Like a lot of Finnish media is just completely responsible about it. So there is a surprisingly high amount of work to do there, and I don't think it's really hard. You can give examples. One tool that I found to be very effective since 2022 to make people understand that it's not just a Putin problem is the phone intercepts that are made by SBU of Russian soldiers talking to each other or to their families to make understood that even those who are in very bad situation, who have shit commanders and are thrown to the front like meat and complain about it, still hate Ukrainians, still want Ukraine to be subjugated or genocided. Or
There's a
both.
lot of jealousy in Russian society
Yeah.
towards Ukraine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's basically it's based. It's what it's one of the foundations of the Russian world: hatred and jealousy to all the rest of the world, and the wish to put them all into the decay, into destruction, just because they envied for them.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the fucking.
I've always
Try to
said
drag the whole world down to their level rather than improve
They want to.
themselves.
They want to be the kings of the rubble, basically.
Exactly.
They don't want to build anything. They only
This is
destroy,
why-
but they want to.
This is why they call their currency rubble.
Rubble.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, it's getting more and more accurate by the month.
Soon, rubble will be worth more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not low enough.
Okay, guys, it's 8:21 now, so we're 1 minute later.
late.
But anyway, we
Rick
need to
ti-
finish
Rick
the
time.
stream. Rick time, yeah, it is. It's not that overdue this time. What I want to ask you, to. I did not have a chance. I didn't have enough time to do the video for tonight, but I think I will do one for tomorrow. As always, it's going to be a rant stream tomorrow. On Wednesdays, I have a rant stream, but I try to rant. But sometimes
Plenty of material for that.
yeah, but sometimes I try to rant, but like last Wednesday, I spent the whole stream just being positive and.
I could be a consultant. I'm able to rant for a very extended amounts of time. My ability to depress people is just incredible these days. I'm not very fun at parties, and I'm getting less and less fun at parties. But I mean, I hope that rather than make people pessimistic, when I'm pessimistic, I don't want people to give up. I want people to understand that the stakes are high, that action must be taken now, and you can't count on the idea that someone else will do things instead of you. If you have any skill, any time, any money that can be given to help Ukraine, to make the world more aware that Ukraine needs help, that this war is not going to stop at Ukraine, that Russia needs to be dealt with. You cannot hope for Russians to just remove their Tsar and become good. Do it, use it, all hands are needed on deck right now, right this second. The future is going to be dark if we don't. It is really, really going to be dark, and most people don't realize it. You can't make plans to have a nice life, to have a family, to have a nice career. Everything is suspended to the outcome of this war. So act in measure to those challenges.
Yeah,
That's my message.
And it's not actually bringing people to doom. In the end, you call them to act.
Yes.
And that's the most important thing. You need to
Everyone
make a
can.
conclusion.
Yeah. If you're watching this stream, you're on a device connected to the internet and you're paying for your internet access, that means you're able to do things. And small actions sometimes have a butterfly effect and can have big, gigantic effects. So yeah.
Arthur, true and 110%. You have your own emoji here now. Thanks to
Oh,
Andreas.
wow. Okay.
He does that too.
Okay, I'm humbled as hell.
You see? Eli also has
that
own
one now as
emoji
well.
there.
I
The
see
one
it.
that is in Vyshyvanka, the one I put.
You should have fuck,
Dakuju.
fuck Russia is good, but Yobana Rusnia is the one I really.
Andreas, we need to make Yobana Rusnya. It's a fucking
Yeah.
Russians
Yep.
one.
I wanted to say on that topic real quick that I think it's important that we in the United States don't wait for some Chinese Pearl Harbor to hit our
Yes.
country before we take action. Like, are we waiting for thousands of drones to destroy our ports or something before we actually weigh in? And I think this is something a lot of people can be doing, is advocating in their personal lives with their friends and family. I can tell you just from personal experience, my friends and family care, but it's a step removed, right? But just me coming here, like my own mother's writing me in Ukrainian "Dakuju" and things like this to me, and that's it's an effort forward now.
Yeah,
So I think people don't appreciate how much one small voice can turn into 10 small voices, can turn into 100 small voices, and then that quickly is a crowd, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're right. No, guys, 2 compliments for me that I won't pass by, okay? I like that. Rick, you are an awesome person. Never ever downgrade yourself. You are helping so much. Big respect to you. Slava Ukraini. Thank you so much, Bina.
Heroin
Oh, no,
slava.
New. Thank you so much, New. It was New. But I wanted to read another one that I really enjoyed reading, and I think it was probably at the bottom, not at the top.
I see you, Daniel.
I hope Rick knows what an absolutely masterful host he is with these interviews. Truly impressive. Thank you. Oh,
Gotta agree.
that one I noticed, and I wanted to read it out loud. So
He's also a very genuinely kind person, so
yes,
outside
I
of
am.
the stream as well.
yes, I am. I like to do good things because that's what I believe in. I believe in goodness. I believe in
Karma.
karma and good deeds, and I think only by giving good to people, you will receive the same from people. And I received so much from my community, from people here in Ukraine, from Ukrainians, just by doing good things, just by helping people.
I will say that karma. It depends. I mean, the way people describe karma is okay, but karma is a dangerous belief. You must not believe that bad deeds will be punished in some afterlife that you don't have any idea if it exists. What Russia is doing now, you can't just say raise your arms up in the air and say, oh well, they will pay it in the afterlife. Good deeds need to be rewarded, and bad deeds need to be punished now, not hoping that it will be by some higher entity later on.
Okay, I think to properly finish the stream and let Eli say goodbye, we need to wait for him to get back from the bathroom.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's wait for that. And while we wait,
I will abstain from comments on the size of his bladder.
my bladder is also not very big, so I usually go to the bathroom pretty often. Hertz L, thank you for €5 super chat. Greetings from Germany. Greetings from Ukraine to you. Russian disinformation pushes that kind of apathy for a reason. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's their intent to make everyone how do you call that? Demoralized.
Yep.
Yeah.
They cannot make people pro-Russian for the most part, but they can still inflict apathy on people
Exactly.
who would be pro-Ukrainian, think everything is lost, I will just focus on my own life, and this is the worst possible outcome. Everyone can do something at their scale.
Yeah, just demotivate people and make them give up. That's the Russian way. Guys, I want to make one more donation. Photograph, $20 for the next raffle, but like to see what it is. It's a patch. I forgot to take it with me. I'll show it tomorrow on the rant stream. I will show it there. It's a Shkval Battalion, the bunny one. You remember the one on the yellow? It's a yellow patch. Pretty cool. I will show it to you guys.
I don't think I've seen it, so yeah.
You've seen it, right?
I don't think I have.
You don't
so
think? I will send you a
looking
photo
forward
to
to
that group chat that we created with you.
Nice.
So, what do we have there? Karma can be used as a method of blaming the victim, a double-edged sword. Exactly. Yeah. I basically, hey, this one died. Okay,
night.
now I know for how long you can use it without the charge. But anyway, let's see. Maybe I can turn it on once again. No, but I have a power bank and I can actually make it. It just the charge, it died. But I can turn it on from the power bank.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
The wonders of technology and USB-C.
Yeah, it's just wow. We're in Ukraine. Technology, you know.
Where's the QR code?
It's digitally
here,
transformed.
Okay, now we can finish the stream. KC154, I agree with that statement. It's just people live their whole life without repercussions. Enough light for wrap up. Yeah, it was enough light, but still, why not make it more? Guys, when I finish the stream, I usually say this: live long, prosper, and donate. Do you
Long, prosper, and donate.
and donate?
Prosper and
Are you a
donate.
Trekkie,
Slava
guys? Any
Ukraini.
of you?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Hardcore.
Are you a Trekkie?
Trekkie.
Actually
The Star
not.
Trek fan.
Actually not.
But you know it's from Star Trek, right?
Yeah, I know it's from Star Trek. Yes.
Yeah, but I am a fan of the original series from the 60s. And yeah, the torn off piece of shirt on Kirk. Do you know that, guys? The sexy guy?
I know Star
Captain
Trek
Kirk.
memes. I don't know Star Trek itself.
It's one of the memes, you know. So yeah. Anyway, guys, we need to finish. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for coming to the show, for talking to me, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed meeting you a few days ago. I am happy to know you and happy to know that we have such supporters of Ukraine who will, make the truth come out. Let's call it that way. Thank you for that.
The
And
honor is mine. I'm very happy to have met you.
let me shake your hands, guys. Thank you. And I hope to do one more here in Coffee Records when you're back to Ukraine. Yeah, the guys are leaving
Hopefully soon.
in the next few days.
Yeah.
So we need to do what? We need to meet in spring, right? Okay, we'll do that. So next part with Eli and Arthur in spring, guys. See you and Slava Ukraini.
Ah, there it is.
Live long
Героям
and
слава.
prosper and